Welcome to the Bonus, a hoop show for hoop heads. My name is Elias Omar, aka Avarice. Got my man Lucky Godspeed here with me, and of course Slick Vic handling the technical aspects and all of that. And yeah, we're gonna get into it. But first, I believe Luck is gonna talk about our sponsors.
All right. Yes, indeed. Actually, hold up, something's up on my screen. Yes, there we go. Yep, absolutely. We want to give thanks to our sponsors, Total Package Energy, the Redeem Vacations, and Bats Footwear. All right, we want to continue support by them and also support them on our end as well. We do encourage our listeners to try out these products. We guarantee you that you'll be satisfied once you try them out.
Yes, sir. And
And what we could get into now is Hoop Streets. Let's see what's
Real
going on
quick,
in the Hoop Streets. What do
real
we
quick,
have
make
going on in the Hoop Streets right now?
real quick. Make sure everyone like, share, and subscribe. Turn on all your notifications so that you guys can join in the bonus. We can chop it up, man. You can say it with your chest. Back to you, love.
Yep, looking like we're going to get into the Hoop Streets and see what's going on out there. What we got going on in the Hoop Streets?
well, there's a couple of things that are quite interesting. One of them being the All Star game, a change, hopefully for the better, where they'll have four 8-man teams playing a pickup slash AAU style tournament. Um, yeah, according to ESPN Shams Charania. Um,
Mm,
yeah, so it's supposed to be a pickup style format where teams will be composed of 8 players each. The winner of the um, rookie sophomore challenge also will be included in it. Just to kind of get rid of the boredom of the monotony of the lackadaisical play of the All Star game of what it's been in the last, I don't know, decade. You know what I mean?
yeah, I
Um,
would say decade. Solid.
yeah, maybe even a little more than
Trash.
that. I don't know. But yeah, the All
Trash.
Star game definitely needs a change. It's definitely whack. It's definitely boring. It even seems boring to the people that are playing in it. So yeah, what do you got? In
Yes.
my opinion, what do you guys think of it, Vic? What do you think? What do you think of this proposed change?
So I do think it needs a shot in the ass for sure. Not no BBL, but it does need a battery in the back, right? It needs some excitement. Um, it kind of reminds me of when the Harlemites used to go dressed up to the club with their fancy gear on, and it's a spectacle. And people want to go to a spectacle. They make it a vacation destination. They make it a calendar moment to go to the NBA All Star game in the middle of the winter to kick it, to do whatever they do. Be fancy, eat fancy, live fancy, and you want a fancy show as a result of it. So yeah, it definitely needs some adrenaline for sure.
Hmm.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, hey, look, I don't think, those who know me, they know that I am a big critic of today's All Star game. They know I think it's completely trash. It's like a layup line from the 3 point line. It's like unchallenged layups and unchallenged threes. I mean, it's a trash game, and what's sad about it is the players' mentality and the fact that the coaches are no longer in control of the All Star game whatsoever. It's like these guys just go out there and play. And you know what? I'd rather go watch park ball every day, all day, versus turning on my TV to watch the NBA All Star game of today. I came up when the NBA All Star game meant something. It was bragging rights, and these bragging rights were taken seriously. If the West won, it was bragging rights. If the East won, it was bragging rights. The West Coast Conference has always been a strong conference, so it was always we try to figure, okay, what's going to happen when all the East best players got together? Would that have an effect on in the game? That the conference
Mm-hmm.
is a little stronger than the East historically, from the 1980s to now historically, like more so. Not every single year, but most years. And there's mostly a long run where the West Coast were always the stronger conference in terms of wins versus losses throughout the regular season. So when the All-Star game came around, that was almost like the time when the East would have a chance to redeem that by
Right.
beating them with their best players. You know what I mean? Because when you put the best players on the court, well, things were pretty even. You know, it sometimes tilting to the side when you have an Air Jordan involved. You know what I'm saying? But and a Dominique Wilkins at the end of those years, especially with Dominique and Jordan was on the court at the same time with Larry Bird. You know what I mean? Isaiah Thomas. You know, and there's a whole lot of history moving forward. A lot of great Eastern Conference All-Star teams that went up against the Western Conference All-Star teams. But yeah, the NBA All-Star game is trash. And I see my guy, my point guard right there, one of my point guards, Sean Stafford, is saying correct. You know, him and I, we saddle the same way that way. You know, so
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it's devolved, man. And you're right. It used to be like a sort of badge of honor kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But the value of it has devolved.
Yeah.
It got to the point that players really, don't care because
Yeah.
they're more focused on winning on their individual teams. And I get that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, they tried to do it with possibly offering, one of the suggestions was offering them more money. But I mean, dudes is rich already. You know what I'm saying? So they're
Yeah.
wealthy already. So how much are you going to give them to make them care about one game? You know what I mean? And there's the
Yeah,
concern.
they're soft, man. You
I
know,
don't even think it's a
they're
thing of
so,
sort. I mean, I think it's a thing of cats being concerned with their individual teams more so than
yeah,
one game that at this point is viewed as frivolous. You know what I mean? Nobody.
yeah.
I'm a diehard NBA fan, bro. I can't watch that. I can't watch that.
I can't.
It's like you said, not competitive at all. You know what I mean?
I fall
So
asleep. You know, God bless Giannis. God bless Giannis because Giannis is the only player that actually get in the All Star game and actually plays defense.
yeah, you're
It's
right.
sad.
You're
Yeah,
right,
look.
Sean. It is a popularity contest. You're 100% right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. My man Sean Stafford in on the call with us. You
Hmm.
know, on the texting side, no doubt, he's right. And
Yeah.
you know, it's like, hey, look, there was a time. Let me tell you something. I was so into the All Star game that my favorite All Star game was the 1986 All Star game. I could tell you what I could tell you what's going on in that All Star game without even like I could blindfold myself and tell you what's the next move in the All Star game. That's how much I was into the All Star game because I used to videotape them and study them and copy moves.
Well, there was
But
also another development in these hoop streets. Yeah, and it's been reported. It was reported by Brian Windhorst that like it says, some of the executives believe that the NBA could eliminate the usual playoff setup with the eight, the eight seeds from each conference, from the Western Conference and the Eastern Conference, and instead combine them, in the top 16 teams would make up the playoff field once the league expands to
mm,
32 teams. That would definitely change
interesting,
things a lot,
interesting.
especially when you think about how rough it was in the beginning of this season for the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it would be predominantly West Coast teams. Just keeping it real. Like you know, it would be just predominantly West Coast teams.
Hmm.
Again, West Coast Conference, for some reason, when it comes to wins and losses for the season, they're just a stronger conference that way.
Yeah, I mean, but also you have to consider they play each other more. You know what I mean? So
Mm,
like we might
mm,
end up with the one seed being like Boston and Cleveland.
right.
Chevy, no, they're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna do that with the WNBA. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure what the WNBA format is for the playoffs. considering there's less teams. Um,
I see Sean Stafford saying they have you text your folks.
oh yeah, for the All Star game.
One quick thing before we end the segment that I wanted to run by you guys. Do you guys believe, and everybody at home as well, make sure you guys tap in StreamYard.com IDPQ 2B 2INZ, and you can get on here and say it with your chest and be involved with this really dope show that we put together for you guys in the bonus. But do you think, with injuries being a factor and with all of the things that the athletes want to do to rest their body, they looking at that weekend as like a time off? Do you think you could ever really get them to be hardcore invested in being this entertainment act that the NBA wants to turn the All-Star game into? Or do you think it's just going to be more half-assed participation? Because in the long and the short of it, they're looking at this like a reprieve. This a rest from the grind of the 82 games. What do y'all think?
Well, from what I saw of this All-Star game change, the first game, like the initial games or whatever, are going to be played to 40, and the I think the championship, quote unquote championship game, will be played to 25. There's 8-man teams, so it might be like 4-on-4, because that seems kind of small to have 5-man teams. You know what I'm saying? So I think they're trying to do it like some street ball kind of situation. I don't know how you could play 4-on-4 with these dudes on the NBA full court, because that's in itself, that's too much space. That's a layup line in itself. But I don't know. Maybe because that'll bring more individual matchups. Maybe you get a little bit more competitive just on the strength of that, because you don't want to get embarrassed by such and such shaking you up. But I don't know how you make them care, man. It's not money.
Yeah, they're like they're like the cowardly lion on in Dorothy in Wonderland, in Alice in Wonderland, I should say.
Oh, man. Shot clock just went off, man. So you got, yes, sir.
All right,
so on to the next. That's right. And finally, the moment that the three of us have been waiting for, and hopefully some other people.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to finish off this top 10 point guards of the modern era list that we had started. And basically, the modern era is pretty much starting off from if you're a Gen X kid, when you started watching ball, that's basically where we're starting off from, to keep it simple. And we decided to make a list of the top 10 point guards from then up until now. We got through our 10 through 5 before, but because of time constraints, we weren't able to drop each of our top 5s. So really quick, Luck, why don't you knock out your 10 through 5? Let the people know what your thoughts were on that, and then I'll do mine.
Okay. All right, no sweat. So my 10 through 5 was number 10 was Kevin Johnson. Number 9 was Stephon Marbury. Number 8 was Allen Iverson. Number 7 was Chris Paul. Number 6 was Gary Payton.
Okay. My 10 was number 10 was GP, Gary Payton, the glove. Number 9, I threw a modern dude in there. I'm throwing Luka in there. Number 8, Westbrook. Number 7, I got Nash. And number 6, I got AI.
Chevy saying Chris Paul should be top 5. All right,
Yeah.
it's not over yet. Yet.
Folks at home, man, make sure y'all send us your top 5, 10 through 5,
Yeah,
or 10 through 6,
like to see that.
and then send us your top 5 as well, and we'll post them on the screen. You can rock out with us. This is for y'all too, not just for us. We're not the wizards of the top 10, but this is for the people to get involved with, something fun. So again, we encourage y'all to get involved. Send us your top 5, and so look, give me that last one. You said KJ, Steph Marbury, Iverson, and who else was it?
Hold on. Mine was okay. So mine was KJ. Yeah, mine was Kevin Johnson at 10, Stephon Marbury at 9, Allen Iverson at 8, Chris Paul at 7, and Gary Payton at 6.
Gary Payton. Okay, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
So now we got Lux line up, and it looks a little something like this. And then I'm gonna ask Av to repeat his, and we'll put his on the screen as well. All right.
So at 10, I got Gary Payton. 9, I got Luka.
Yeah.
8, I got Westbrook. 7, I got Steve Nash. And 6, I got AI.
Okay. You want to say that one more time, bro? I'm not a secretary. I'm writing it down as you saying it. You know what I'm saying? Taking dictation out this piece. Go ahead. So Gary Payton. Sorry about that. I had to flip something around.
Gary Payton, number 10. Then Luka. Then Westbrook.
Mm-hmm.
Then Nash.
Mm-hmm.
And AI.
Okay. So we're very similar on the AI piece right there. All right. So this is Av's joint right here. Y'all can send in y'all list. You know what I'm saying? And participate with us while we doing this. We got more.
Whoa. Like, I feel like Luka maybe in, I don't know, 8 years to be there. At this point in time, me putting it at 9 is like, acknowledgement of the fact that he's nice and that he's been doing his thing. But he's
still. Because I'm not gonna hold you up. I didn't even want to see Luka in the top 10. No how. I didn't even want to see it. I was like, this guy Luka. He's small.
I kind of have to, because when you look at his accomplishments versus some of these, some almost all the people we talk about are legends. So I'll just say versus the legends, he's got some of them beat already.
So Chevy says, go ahead, Luck. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was just snatching it because I don't want anybody to think we ain't seeing them. So is this based on statistics or performance? Good question.
I think this is based on everything.
Right.
This is based on how good a player you are. It's your statistics, your performance, how many rings you got, how many MVPs you got. It's an over-encompassing thing. You know what I mean?
Not only that, but we know we got the best, most intelligent hoop viewers in the land watching the show, and we're not gonna get lazy tape. You know what I'm saying? So that's also a part of it. So you use all the basketball knowledge, experience, and everything that you can to give us your best take.
And you know what? Her question kind of brought something to my mind. Because she said based on statistics or performance, and normally we'd intertwine those together because the statistics come from the player's performance. You know what I mean? But it made me think about something else. What about their effect? Because we got guys who got statistics and they performed to put the statistics out there, but it didn't add up to a lot in the win shares. No disrespect to Russell Westbrook. Here's a man that averaged a triple-double, and I'll be honest with you, his passing, for some strange reason, his passing didn't make his team any better, even though it was registering off in the statistics.
Whoa.
Like put it like this.
Shots fired.
Magic Johnson's 10 assists, right?
Right.
Is that a more valuable 10 assists than Russell Westbrook's 10 assists? See, that's another conversation. That might be, another conversation for another night.
No, it's a good point. It's a valid point. Magic Johnson's 10
assists. She agreed.
Magic Johnson's 10 assists weren't coming with 5 turnovers or 4 turnovers too. So,
Yeah,
And then then
exactly.
y'all know the old sports adage: statistics don't tell the whole tale. You know what I mean?
True.
You actually
Correct.
you actually have to watch the game, the ebbs, the flows, the ups and downs, the calls, and
Right.
then if the person like a Jordan, let's take a Jordan for instance. No, not taking nothing away from the man, but we know that
Right.
dude got a favorable whistle. Everybody knows that. You could
Yeah.
sneeze on the man and he
Yeah.
was on the line for two. You know what I'm saying? So that's
You
not
could go
really
like this.
indicative of performance. You know what I'm saying? That's like, can you shoot a good free throw? You know what I'm saying? That led to your 50 points. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
look. You remember when Magic Johnson and Larry Bird was taking a picture with him at the Olympics, right? And Magic is
Yeah.
like, whoa, 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 Larry, don't lean on him. The referee might come out here with a whistle.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure. So we gonna get to
Keep
this
hearing
top
this.
five, fellas?
Yeah,
Let's do it, man. Let's do the top
do it.
five.
All right.
Luck, you want to set it off?
Yeah, I'll set it off.
All right.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm setting it off heavy too. For my number 5 position. Sorry, sister Chev, but it is not Luka. It's John Stockton.
Oh,
14 assists. 14 assists in one season. He was averaging 14 assists for 82 games. Let's get it. John Stockton. Avarice's favorite guy.
wait, are you talking about the guy that has a losing playoff record? Are we talking about that guy?
Yeah, we talking about that guy. 14 assists a game. Nobody's ever done that. The one-handed bandit. Listen,
Wow.
I'm not a Stockton fan, but I cannot ignore 14 assists a game. Bruce Lee once said he said he didn't fear the guy that did like 1,000 different punches and kicks. He feared the guy that did that one kick 1,000 times, that one thing. And passing to Malone 1,000 times
From the
had
top
them a
left
winning
corner.
record throughout the regular season.
Pass it from Malone from the top left corner into the post because you can't dribble with. Let me. I'm not gonna talk about John right now. You're not gonna disrespect John.
14 assists a game. Oh, hey,
No,
you gotta see if it's gonna become meat on your plate or not, brother. Because 14 assists a game. Okay, what else we got with homeboy? Hall of Famer, 10-time All-Star, 9-time assist champion, 9-time assist champion, 2-time steals champion, 2-time steals, 11-time All NBA, 5-time All Defensive. Come on. And he's part of the Rolls Royce team, one of the 75 greatest players of all times. 14 assists a game. Come on. Can't get that man a position on your list, Av? I'm shocked.
I give him an honorable mention.
So I'll take number 5. So for number 5, Sean Stafford puts Pistol Pete.
You know what? God bless Sean Stafford. I love that, brother. Pistol Pete is one of my all-time favorites. I'm going to just let Sean know something real quick on why this is the way it is, right? Real quick. Sean, we agreed that we were only going to talk about players from the 1980s on up because these were players that we actually saw play on TV. So it's no slight to Pistol Pete. But I see your pick. I love it. I love Pistol Pete Maravich. Huge fan.
So
who else Sean had on his? Bring Sean's on back up.
Yeah, Magic, Zeke, Stockton, Kid, and Pistol Pete.
Okay. Oh, he has a hot 5. I ain't gonna hold you up now. That's a hot 5. Okay.
That's solid.
That's solid.
So, Vic, you wanna drop your number 5?
Yeah, mine is Allen Iverson.
Okay.
I think if the dude was on a team, and I guess this is a what if situation as well, but like we're going to do in some segments in the future, I believe that if he was on a team that had complementary pieces, let's say that Orlando Magic team with Shaquille O'Neal and all those complementary pieces, Scott and all them other dudes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I think he averages maybe 8 or 9 assists a game. I think you could turn him into a real point guard.
Well, I gotta raise my hand.
Instead of a score first point guard. But Luck, you got beef. What's up?
I got beef. First and foremost,
You got beef. What's up?
Next to Stockton's name, I have pure point guard. And he wasn't the only pure point guard I had on there. I had Gary Payton as a pure point guard, Chris Paul as a pure point guard. Cool. So there's certain point guards I'm labeling as pure point guards, and certain point guards I'm not labeling as pure point guards. And Allen Iverson is not a pure point guard because I had to raise my hand because guess what? He had those pieces you're talking about. He had those pieces, and he ran them out of town, bro. He ran them out of town.
You're not wrong, but you're not wrong. But you know these greedy NBA dudes only care about putting butts in seats. They didn't care about giving him a solid team.
No. They gave it to him. He ran them out of town.
I don't know about that,
bro.
I don't know about that. I don't know if there was ever an AI team that I actually liked. I watched it for him. I didn't watch it for the
Coleman. I got names. Stackhouse, Witherspoon, Derek Coleman. Oh my goodness. Was Elton Brand over there too? I might be wrong by Elton Brand. But we have Stackhouse who was in his prime. He had prime Stackhouse. He had DC that was trying. He had a prime Witherspoon. Larry Hughes. Larry Hughes was prime at the time. He had prime players, man.
Larry Hughes. I'll give you Stackhouse. I'll give you Coleman. Larry Hughes offensively was wildly overrated. Defensively, he was a problem.
He came into the league with a lot of smoke offensively, but didn't live up to the billing.
Yeah.
Well, let's jump into our Avs pick. Go ahead, bro.
So my number 5 is Luck already mentioned is CP3. 12-time All-Star, 5-time assist champ, 6-time steals champ, 11 times All NBA, 9 times All Defense. Just one of the most pure of the pure point guards. He's in the last few years he's old as hell. So his defense has slipped a lot, but he's one of the best defensive point guards in his prime. And you just solid all around NBA point guard to this day. You know what I mean? He's just he's old. He's one of the oldest players in the league, and he's a starting NBA point guard still. So
I like the fact that you put the pure on top of that because he is a pure point guard. Pass
100%.
Everything 100%. Else later.
Turn David West into an offensive weapon. Turn Tyson Chandler into an offensive weapon. You know what I mean?
I give him that. You know. But my number 5 took his people to the dance 2 times. 14 assists a game. My number 5.
Oh, your number 5 lost in more first rounds than he did in conference finals, though, right?
Hold on.
I'm just saying. Stockton's playoffs.
All right, I was trying to get the infographic up on Chris Paul. Couldn't do that. But let's move on to our number 4s.
All right. Luck, what you got for number 4, brother?
I got number 4. Okay, cool. My number 4, another pure point guard. Jason Kidd. I don't have to say too much about Jason Kidd. No. Took New Jersey Nets to the championship twice.
Look, that's a horrible pick.
Jason Kidd.
You know who my number 4 is?
Pure passer.
My number 4 is Jason Kidd, bro. Definitely a pure point guard. I remember when they used to call him Ace Kid because he didn't have no damn jumper.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah,
and he was still a problem, bro.
Right. I never seen the rack all the way.
He's probably one of the first players that I saw dominate a game without the ability to score. You know what I mean? He would rebound. He'd lock up on defense, get the assists. He'd do everything else except get buckets early in his career, man. It was incredible. He was a great player.
Heck yeah. Yeah, Jason Kidd was phenomenal, man. Defensive lockdown player.
Wasn't in love with his defensive game.
No, I love this defensive game. He was good defensively. He was good. Remember, that's Gary Payton's student. That's Gary Payton's student.
You said mid?
Mid.
All right.
That's just my opinion, though. That's just my opinion.
I think in the
I
point
mean, he
guard
was
position, he's one of the better
yeah,
defenders. Generally speaking, I think the point guard position
definitely.
is weak,
Listen,
weak
Gary
to
Payton,
have defenders.
Gary Payton sharpened his blades on the defensive end. He helped that man learn defense coming up.
Yeah,
That he was Gary Payton's understudy on defense. That's
yeah,
real talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I ain't had no problem with him defensively. 6'4", keeping up with those little guys.
yeah.
Ah, nah. Jason Hartley looked bad on the court on defense.
Mhm.
Just can't shoot, save his life though.
No, but when he got those chips with Dallas, that chip with Dallas, he was able to shoot. And
He
hey,
was.
when he came to the Knicks, he gave Carmelo the best season that Melo ever had.
Yeah, I forgot. You're right.
When he was Jason Kidd was about 75 years old.
Right.
Held it down for New York, man.
Oh Lord, I couldn't stand the Knicks getting these great players when they subscribing to AARP already. You know what I'm saying? They had the AARP category, and we gonna sign them to a 4-year deal. I was like, Lord.
Word.
All right, so let's so my 4 is what's my man name? Stephen Curry.
Okay.
Okay.
Steph.
That's what's up.
Steph. And well, I'll follow up with the AI piece. The reason why I chose AI is because athletically, I don't think we'll see another guy like AI at that position. To follow up, I think Steph Curry, the way he busts his gun at that position and can do all the other things, he'll go down in the pantheon of scoring point guards for sure. But every, your ability to lead a team matters.
Yeah.
And that's the point guard position. And then every once in a while, he'll give you a nice dime. He'll set up his teammates when he's not trying to, shoot from the rafters, like the McDonald's commercial with Larry Bird and Jordan. But for the most part, I don't know if we'll ever see a shooter from the position like him again. So once he decides to hang it up, somebody with his consistency and his level of play will be second to none. So I got Steph as my 4. And the championships. So to me, championships is a big thing. Long season, grueling season, 82 games. And for them to do it with the matter of consistency over the number of years that they did it, out of control. That's out of control. That's leadership. That's point guard play. They respected that man's ability to lead that team. And, that's everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 100%.
You don't have to be Jason Kidd with the passes if your team is successful. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But at the same time, I do have to say Curry averages about 7 assists a game.
Yeah.
Which isn't bad. I think AI is around the same for his career as well.
On some real, don't tell nobody I did that.
Yeah.
Just functional stuff. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. So everybody, if y'all want to watch the show and y'all want to jump in backstage, please do. StreamYard link is below. I'm going to turn it into a ticker. So anybody wants to jump on backstage and come up with us and rock out, you can. That is available to you. Let's continue. Number 3. Look, it's on you.
All right, so my number 3.
Dude.
Yeah, my number 3 is another great pure point guard. Now, this is my personal favorite point guard, really, outside of my number 1 today. This is my favorite small point guard, the legendary Isaiah Lord Thomas, 13 seasons, 19.2 points per game, 9.3 assists per game. This is the man's career averages, right? And he is what I consider a pure point guard, the epitome of a pure point guard. Got his teammates involved and scored when he needed to score. Isaiah Lord Thomas, two times in a row, won his team won in the dance 2 times in a row. 3 times in a row, he took them there. Isaiah Lord Thomas.
Yeah. I mean, with my number 3, I'm repeating all of that, bro. It's for me is Isaiah Thomas, the original Isaiah Thomas, no slight to
you agree? Look at that.
To the remix. No slight to the remix. You know what I mean? But the original was a better song. Yeah, one of the most illest in the
Chevy
moment
saying,
players.
"Let's go."
You know what I mean? One of the illest in the moment players. Like you remember, everybody knows the ankle game, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know that was amazing to watch, bro.
Yes.
That was a moment, bro.
Yes. Yes.
You know, and then you got to think of, and look at the dudes that he beat. He's one of the only players that could say, "I beat Magic, I beat Bird, I beat Jordan." Who else? You know what I mean? Just on that, he said. Just on that, he's at 3. We don't even got to get into all his accomplishments, but he
ain't
Okay.
accomplished a lot.
So
I
we're
only
gonna
want
make
to
it.
say one more thing. One more thing about Isaiah. One more little thing. He was the innovator of the dribble, like the enhancement of the dribble, the graduation of the actual dribbling of the ball, right? Because all these other young point guards, the Skip to my lose, the stuff on Marbury's, the guy Sham God Wells, you ask any of them, they're gonna mention Isaiah Thomas was their inspiration to dribble that ball, the way they dribble that ball.
Yes, and we're gonna make it a clean sweep because Isaiah Thomas is my number 3 as well.
Whoa.
As well.
Number 11 in the house.
Loved it. I think Bobby Knight threw a lot more chairs when he lost to Isaiah Thomas.
For sure.
I think a lot more chairs was being thrown. I think a lot more KO Pectate and Pepto Bismol was being drunk. When that man left for the pros, he started wearing rosary beads and the whole nine. You know what I'm saying? He was
Isaiah
praying.
Lord Thomas.
Basketball gods, send me another Isaiah, please. Please send me another.
I think a lot of these younger cats, man, they're unaware of his impact because his numbers, when you look at his numbers versus some of these other dudes, they might not be as flashy. They might not seem as dominant. But when I say in the moment, clutch time, fourth quarter, I got to carry this team, man, he was that dude. He was that dude.
Yeah, man.
At what?
6'1"? And for the clean sweep, we got to give him one of these. That was a clean sweep of us agreeing. I never thought we would. That's a great thing because we all coming from different profiles, different perspectives, but the simpatico on Isaiah is universal. I love it. Let's get to it. All right, number 2. Who we got for number 2, Av?
For number 2, I got Steph, man. Steph.
Okay. I got beef.
Yeah. I'm sure you do. You had him at what? You had him at 4, right?
Go ahead, bro. I'm messing with you.
Yeah, man. 10-time All-Star, 2-time scoring champ. He's a steals champ. 4-time NBA champ. 10 times All-NBA. I could keep going on or whatever, but ultimately he's the greatest shooter that has played in the league. That's not, I think almost all NBA fans are in agreement of that. And yeah, he's my number 2 point guard. I think the biggest reason for that is because, like, I like to balance everything out as far as like how I gauge players or whatever, but winning does matter. You know what I mean? And he's won a lot.
Yes. All right, so you want to know who's mine?
Who's your number 2?
Steph Curry. Surprisingly.
That is kind of surprising.
Now, I know it is, because you know who I am. You know what I'm about. Normally that would be Isaiah there. But I took time to think about things a little bit, and I put Steph at 2, even though he's not a pure point guard, but he's a point guard. And he's a winning point guard. And his style, like how Isaiah's style elevated the game of basketball when he got into the league with his dribbling skills and passing ability and his athleticism. I forgot to say Zeke had hops. But anyway, Steph Curry, I seen him dunk on Magic Johnson, a 2-hander in the All-Star game one time off the rim. But at any rate, Steph Curry elevated the game with a 3-point shooting. Today's NBA is the style that Steph Curry and Mark Jackson made. Okay, make no mistakes about it. This is their brand of basketball that we're seeing right now because Mark Jackson was his first coach. Mark Jackson gave him and Klay Thompson the keys to the galaxy. They became Splash Brothers because he gave them the keys and told them, look, run with it. We might have missed a couple here and there, but just keep shooting. We're working on something. We're making something new. And it changed the NBA. Even though I might sit here and have my, criticisms of all the teams playing like that now, running their little innuendo plays for the threes, like how we used to do a 3-man weave down the court. They're doing 3-man weaves in the back there to shoot threes. But guess what? I do respect it. I just think too much is too much for my taste as far as action, but I respect it. And Steph Curry is absolutely, the guy the progenitor to that style of ball.
Yeah.
And he won championships, like you pointed out.
I also want to point out one quick thing. He kind of he elevated the concept of gravity of like, okay, everybody on the team has to keep an eye on Curry at all times. You know what I mean? And we got to know where, even when he doesn't have the ball, you got to know where he's at. It's like that Reggie Miller effect, that Ray Allen effect, but times about 30. You know what I'm saying? And because of that, because of his ability to move without the ball, get open looks, and the threat of him shooting that three is so huge. He's opening up baby layups for dunks for Kevin Looney, for Wiggins, and for all these other guys that he's played with. So and I think that is the concept, like the style of play now, of like having the threat of the three to open up the easy layups for your other guys cutting and whatnot. That's definitely born from his impact. But yeah, Vic, you got beef. Who's your number two?
My number two is Stockton.
I got beef.
I knew you would. I got two picks though.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, man. So 19 playoff appearances, man. I ain't gonna say no more. I'm good.
19.
And that that pick and roll off the baseline with him and Malone. They had their own version of the.
From what side? From what side was that pick and roll from?
Probably the right side. I would gather. Off the baseline.
Yeah, because he only dribbled with his right arm. I mean, so it had to be from the right side.
Right. I'm just saying. I'm not gonna behest the dude because he only had one hand. He made it work.
Okay.
He became a freaking legend with one palm. Now that'll get you thrown off a high school basketball team, but he made it work.
He elevated the Bob Cousy style of playing.
How much of his success
Bob Cousy style
is based on playing with one of the greatest scoring pedophiles of all time? I mean, I'm just playing.
Oh boy! See, there you go. There you go.
Anyway, I'm just gonna say one thing. So Stockton and Malone together. Stockton's playoff record is 89 and 93. Like how many, of all the playoff games he played. Mm-hmm. Gary Payton's playoff record is 80 and 74. I'm just gonna say that.
Oh, I'm not saying they were hugely successful. I'm just saying that, I think the NBA makes too much of, well, not too much of. I think that there should be Arlington Cemetery for people who did it the way they did it. Because Patrick Ewing did it the way he did it. And Charles Barkley did it the way he did it. And you're not going to take nothing away from their efforts as a hooper just because they didn't win a bunch of championships.
Yeah.
But guess what? You know what I'm saying? For him to put that body of work together with the amount of people that he had, the amount of seasons, in an above the rim type of league at the time.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? Everybody was playing above the rim at the time.
Right.
Yes.
And other than Malone, there was really nobody else that could do that on that team, not consistently. And he still led them to 19 playoff appearances. That's crazy. You got to know what you're doing. Crazy. You got to be nice. You got to be a floor general. You got to be doing what you got to do because all across the league, everybody's jumping over the moon. You know what I mean? And that's the new wave. That's the new basketball. But they kept it fundamental. They kept it, streamlined. And, I got to give a man his credit. He was like, I would call him super consistent. If anything I could say about this dude, he was super consistent in probably all phases of basketball. But except for getting over the rim. I'll leave it at that.
And he's a pure point guard. And he's a pure point guard. He's a pure point guard. Pass first, shoot later. Literally.
Yeah, literally.
I got to give him that.
His body of work.
But number two,
Go ahead.
I can't give him number 2. But I could give him that, but not number 2.
I just didn't see anybody else that was more consistent on the West. You know, for the West Coast, I just didn't see any team that was more consistent with somebody like him at the helm. But let's get into our number 1 because our time is getting up there.
Yes, sir. Yeah. We gotta look at that time. Okay, number 1. I'll go with it.
All right,
I'll go with it. The pure point guard of all pure point guards. He's the progenitor of the big point guard at 6'9" and like 220 pounds. We got ourselves Irvin Magic Johnson. 13 seasons, 12 strong, because you know he had to deal with the whole HIV thing. 13 seasons, 12 strong. Games played, 906 games, 19 points a game, 0.5 to be exact, 7.2 total rebounds a game, 11.2 assists per game, 5 championships, all right? 12-time All-Star, 4-time assist champ, 2-time steals champ, 5 times NBA champ, 10 times All-NBA. Listen, 3-time Finals MVP, 3 times league MVP. Come on. Irving Magic Johnson, the man who elevated leaping and passing the ball. Not to mention everything else he did passing that ball. Irving Magic Johnson with the baby hook clutch against the Boston Celtics. Irving Magic Johnson. All hail Magic.
So Av, who you got, man? Who's your number 1?
I got Jalen Brunson. No, I got Magic, man. It has to be Magic. It has to be.
Yes, sir. And with the clean sweep. Oh, we got comments. Hold on. What the comments say? Sean Stafford said, "It's Magic.
Yes, indeed.
That's old WBLS. It's Magic.
Yeah.
World. Premier.
I got a brother, indeed. I got a brother whose family taught me how to play ball, the Burwells. And I know 2 Seans. I know Sean Stafford, great point guard, and Sean Burwell, another great point guard. And that was his hero, Magic Johnson. This kid played just like him, just a smaller version of him. Beautiful ball player in his own right. But yeah, Magic Irvin Johnson, yeah, we loved it. We in New York, but when I was a kid, we were a Laker household. I ain't gonna hold you up. My father with Kareem and Magic and Worthy and Cooper and Scott, you know, like Showtime, baby. Showtime.
Yeah, man. So for me too, man, it's Irvin Magic Johnson. And our quick story on Magic. Story time about Magic Johnson. Quick story. In less than 10 seconds. I had to do a book report on what Magic Johnson's all about, Magic Johnson biography. When I read that this dude was in the snow shooting free throws, I said, yo, I ain't working hard enough. I said, I'm not working hard enough. This dude is in the snow shooting free throws with a dead ball, because you know you don't get no air in them balls when it's super cold, you know?
Yeah.
I said, I'm not doing it. I said, as an athlete, I'm not doing enough. Like, I need to step it up.
Right. Heck yeah.
For sure.
That's
goals,
love.
athletic goals. You know what I'm saying? Now, football became my main sport, but I was a hooper like crazy up and down these New York streets. But, you know, shout out to Riverside, shout out to Gauchos, all my homies all over there. But
big facts. Shout out to them, brother. Shout out to them, boys. Shout out
to all of them.
I want to shout out a few point guards real quick myself. James Priestley, Sean Stafford, Sean Burwell, Densmore, Galvin Magic, who may the Most High be pleased with him. He passed away, but he was a great point guard and a tremendous passer in his own right. The Jennings brothers. All right, I learned they're like my bigger brothers on the court, so I learned a lot watching them. You know what I mean? Kareem and Kasim. My guy June, you know? Phenomenal ball players, man. I came up under some great ball players, man. Proud to say it.
Yeah, man. So for the clean sweep, we're going to do this. One more again. And we're going to give him a little sauce for Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson.
Hey.
Bam.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Even
That's the
looking in
man
the
right there.
comments, looking in the comments. I'm just gonna say, looking in the comments, Sean has Magic number one. Chevy has Magic number one.
Fire.
It's
And all of y'all
obvious.
at home, man. Yo, we got like 55 on Mob Crush, man. Let us know who's your number one point guard of all time. Ours is the Magic Man.
And Magic gets the 5 basketball salute.
Let me ask y'all a
5
quick question
basketball
while
Surgeon
I
General.
load up this joint real quick with Magic in it. What do y'all think would be the impact of the NBA if Magic Johnson didn't turn into what he turned into? Because we talked about Isaiah Thomas' legacy on
Yeah.
active athletic point guards. What do you think
Yeah.
Magic Johnson's legacy would? What do you think the NBA's legacy would not have been if it wasn't for Magic Johnson's presence on the NBA?
That's a good question. And what I'll say is this. Number one, the big point guard would have came a little bit later on. The big point guard would have came later on. The Penny Hardaways, we'd have had to wait for like a Penny Hardaway to come along. If he would have, but you see, Penny looked up to Magic. You know what I mean? A lot of the league's big point guards coming up after Magic looked up to Magic. So it's hard. You know, that's a good question, man. The no-look passes. I mean, Pistol Pete was the guy who started all of that razzle-dazzle stuff with the ball. But Magic really perfected that no-look pass. I think even Pistol Pete didn't have that no-look pass like Magic did. You know, so Mark Action Jackson would have been affected because he was a Magic fan. And you can see he was like a 6'3" Magic Johnson himself with the no-look passes. But he learned that from watching Magic. You know what I'm saying? The league, it wouldn't have progressed as quickly as it did. Because when Magic came in, they brought him and Larry Bird out of the draft together, and they used the both of them to re-elevate the NBA because the NBA was fighting bankruptcy, even with the great Dr. J. You know, love Doc and all, and Doc gave the league a boost when he came in, but after a while they needed another boost. You know what I mean? And Magic and Larry Bird ended up being what they used to boost the league. I mean, the league was bankrupt when even Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was its number one player. So you had Kareem and Dr. J as your number 1 and 2 players in the entire league. You had George Iceman Gervin, all these great players that I love watching. But honestly, the commercialization came in with Magic and Bird. So, yeah, it would have took the league a while to get to where it got to.
There ain't too many players that have played this game, man. That is as much of a show as Magic on the court.
Yeah,
and there might not be nobody off the court that is as charismatic. You know what I mean? I think that was key. That was key with the rivalry with him and Bird. You know, Bird being who he is and from where he's from. It's like the Caitlin Clark effect. You know what I mean? Brings in a different demographic. Set up this rivalry between these two cats and Magic, man. Come on, man. How many times you seen him on TV with that big 88 key smile on his face? You know what I mean? saying something crazy, bro. You know what I mean?
Word, absolutely.
Yeah, no.
Absolutely.
Magic.
Yeah, not to mention all the women that sat behind the Lakers bench with different colored hairstyles.
Yeah.
They were the Magic girls.
Legend of legends, bro.
Sorry, got to mention it all.
Yeah.
Sean Stafford said facts. Tabernacle. Yeah.
And it's always been my thing. I love you talked about this.
Chevy said something. Look up Chevy's comment. I don't think we caught it.
She said she
loved the top 10 list. No doubt, sister.
Yeah.
Salute.
Man, my thing with Magic, man, like a lot of people do the LeBron Jordan comparison. I feel like
look at that pass.
I feel like LeBron is like of the mold of Magic. You know, just like a modern era version of Magic.
That's when he won the MVP at the All-Star game. when they found out he had HIV and he came back and played the All-Star game.
Yeah.
And everybody showed deference to him in that game because they knew, what the road he paved for all of their, success.
Yeah.
The Jordans, the Isaiahs, everybody, Akeem, everybody was just like, they didn't want to turn it into Magic Johnson Church, but they damn sure did.
Yeah.
Look at the hook. Yeah, I know.
And everybody can remember the finals.
Yeah,
Magic.
Yeah.
Learning that from Kareem.
Yep.
Fire.
I remember where I was. When that was going down. My whole family, we was watching that game. South Jamaica, Queens. Remember going to school the next day, seeing my boy Burwell, because that's his favorite player. We was happy. You would have swear we was from LA. Shout outs to Roger Burwell as well, big brother Roger, who I learned some tricks off of. All hail Magic. All right. So what we got on the time right now?
That was our top 10 modern era players.
Yes,
and
indeed.
we rounded off the point guards. How we feel about that, fellas? We good with that? We all right with that? Let us know at home how y'all feel about that. Y'all go with our top 5 picks, or I think we kind of were in the ballpark with each other. Not too far off. Pick or two here, pick or two there.
Yeah.
Hey Vic, by any chance, are there any more top 5 picks in the comment section other than Sean Stafford's?
Let me look back. We got a lot of Chevy is in here heavy. Sean Stafford is in here heavy. Mob Crush is in here heavy, but I can't get their posts up. They don't allow it.
Okay, no sweat.
They're not part of the big 5 social media outlets, and that's a lot of crap. Mob Crush, everybody on Mob Crush. This is what I'm gonna do going forward. If all of y'all are on WhatsApp, or some of y'all might be foreign from the Caribbean or wherever y'all coming from, go on WhatsApp. In the bonus will be on the WhatsApp live stream, and then you guys can join the show that way and put all the comments you like and join the show. Give all the comments you like, because you guys are heavy for us on all the shows on the Real HD Network. So super duper shout out to y'all. Super duper appreciative of that.
100%.
Yeah, man. Y'all make it possible to do shows like this. Y'all inspire me, which inspires my brothers and everybody in the Real HD Network to bring you this content. So please keep supporting and join us on WhatsApp. That's going to be coming, if not in December, within the new year. All right, fellas. What we up to now, man? What we gonna do to round off the show?
Okay. Okay, cool. So we have Half Man. Yeah, we have Half Man, Half Amazing coming up. I guess we figure we check out those highlights real quick.
Yeah, we got Half Man, Half Amazing. Hey, Av, give them a little breakdown of why we chose this particular segment and what's it all about.
So this particular highlight is of somebody who was already on this segment of the show previously, young Ja Morant. It's just a play that I saw, not of the last week, but a little earlier in the season that I've never seen anybody do before. We've all seen, Ja with the dunks, Ja with the 360 layups and whatnot, but Ja's also a elite passer, and yeah, this was a very unique play. Why don't we show it first so people could know what I'm talking about, why it's so unique.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we'll come back on the other side. Give me one sec. Pull it out.
Sean Stafford said that LeBron is Magic's son. Okay, brother. Rock on.
Morant trying to feed it. Ball to the floor. Ja from the seat of his pants. Loves Aldama! Holy cow, you've got to be kidding me!
So look at his hustle, and he's waiting. He's waiting for the right pass. Santi Aldama gives him the opportunity. How about from the seat of his pants, throws a perfect lob to Santi. They ball fake you. Go back door. We're talking about backdoor cut.
Amazing.
Now I got a
Look
quick
at Isaiah
question.
move.
I got a quick question for Av, because Av set this one up. Was there a fake before the lob?
Yeah. So he looked like he was driving from the opposite side, fell, kind of lost the ball, and was fumbling for the ball to get the ball off the ground. He gets possession of it, but he's sitting on his butt. And normally when people are in that situation, they're just trying to protect the ball, maybe call a timeout. He had the wherewithal to throw a fake to get the defense off balance and have his man cut into the basket, throw a perfect lob while he's on the seat of his pants, man. That's kind of wild. I've never seen that before. Very impressive play.
I would say this was a first in terms of it being an alley-oop. I ain't gonna hold you up, but he took an Isaiah Thomas moment and just elevated it. And he, being a guy who's probably not a historical ball player, like somebody who did any studying on ball to see who did what in the past, I'll give him that. For him, it's a unique thing. But Isaiah Thomas did something similar from the ground. It was a bounce pass for a layup.
Yeah, Magic did one too. Magic did one too.
And
Magic did one through a dude's legs.
Yeah.
For a layup.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
But
that's right.
And all of those plays were clean. But that was just
this was phenomenal.
Impressive. Ja, yeah,
man,
100%. Salute to Ja.
Yeah, the fake to the lob was crazy to me. Like you know how much of talent, like athletic intelligence that you have to muster for that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And his presence of mind to know that he had three people around him and that it was an open cutter. That's basketball IQ for sure.
Yeah, for real.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Yeah, man.
Salute.
So, we got a comment real quick. Let's get the comment in.
Could be.
Might be.
Sean Stafford saying play of the year.
Ooh.
Could be.
It might be. We got a long way to go, but I mean, it's definitely going to be in the highlights that that we're going to be watching all through the season, in my opinion.
So, Luck, man, set us up with your half man, half amazing clip. Which one do you want me to cue up?
Cool. I would like you to cue up my guy, the Ant-Man.
That was wicked too. All right, give me 1 sec.
Oh yeah, wicked business.
Yeah.
And while y'all at home waiting for this clip, y'all tell us what y'all like. What are your half man, half amazing plays? Send it to the Real HD Show, and we will sell it to the Real HD Show archives, vic7@gmx.com, and you too can get your half man, half amazing clip played on the show. All right, here we go. Ant-Man, half man, half amazing. Here we go.
Crossover, penetrates. Oh! He just evaporated the Kings defense. Anthony Edwards with the unreal finish.
You got to go back to even before that, though. You got to go back when he gave him the crossover. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about. That pullback.
Yeah, Jordan. That's that Jordan DNA kicking in. Whew. Every now and again, this kid got that Jordan DNA that just wakes up for a few seconds. Not all the way, but for a few seconds, it'll wake up and it'll show itself every now and again. That Jordan DNA. That's Jordan-esque. That crossover, that basic, nice sweeping crossover, that's a Jordan move. And the kid don't even watch basketball, really. He watch, like when Kobe Bryant and them guys forward, but he never really watched, from his comments, I could tell he never really watched like 90s ball to go back on YouTube and analyze these things, 80s ball. Because, he says that, 80s and 90s, the only skill player he think they ever had was Air Jordan, which is a complete falsehood after we just ran down all these great point guards of that time period just now. So, but somewhere in him, there's that Jordan DNA. It's in there somewhere, and it pops out every now and again. Can't tell me that didn't look like Jordan. Can't tell me that didn't look like Jordan. But he's a great. I think Ant Edwards, barring injury, and if he keeps progressing, he's going to be a great one. I think he's going to be a great one.
I would agree, man. There's not too many players in the league just as much of a load as explosive off the drive going to the rack, and
yeah.
At the same time, he's got the threat. He can shoot, man. So you can't just stand in the paint and wait for him. You know what I mean? You got to play up, and then that's when he gets you with the cross. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
No. Yo, let me ask y'all something, man. Do y'all think real quick? Do y'all think that sports nutrition, weightlifting, sports science, the fact that these people, these cats are athletes year round? Like, I'm sure when he was coming up, he wasn't just playing basketball. He might have been playing football.
He was a football player.
Yeah.
I can tell by his build. He looks like Rick. He looks like he looks well put together. That brother looks like he, And if you under that squat rack at 15, you might just jump out of the gym too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That squat rack make a man out you for sure.
Yeah, because you know what? That's the thing. Like if he would have paid attention to late 80s and 90s ball player, he would see that he has a lot in common with some of the shooting guards of that time period. Like Clyde the Glide Drexler was bench pressing like about 300 pounds in his time.
I didn't know that.
You know what I mean? And this was before Air Jordan became MJ, because Detroit turned Air Jordan into MJ with the punishment they used to put on him. They then sent him to the gymnasium, and he started putting on the weight as well and bench pressing crazy pounds. Like when you look at Jordan's body development from the 195 pounds when he first came in to after he had that series with the Pistons, those 2 times with the Pistons where they punished him, and he went inside the gym, him and Scottie Pippen, and gained all his muscle, you'll see the separation from Air Jordan to MJ. You know what I mean? Real talk. And Edwards pulled from that DNA and don't know. All right. So looking like what we got? We got Burn It Up. We got What If. We got Burn It Up on deck. So
we're bumming it up.
Hey Vic, what's going on with the Burn It Up?
Bumming it up.
Oh, yeah. My bad.
Nah, you all right. You good, brother. So
okay.
we're gonna do the Bum It Up segment. We're gonna talk about who's bumming it up in the league right now. They making them super duper contracts with super duper money.
Yeah.
They don't have to battle inflation like we do, but they out there bumming it up.
Indeed. Oh yeah.
All right, so let me put this
on.
What
we got going on with the bums?
So Av, you want to set this bumming it up segment up?
Man, you know what's crazy? It's like I remember when this dude was a youngster playing overseas in Australia and had so much promise, 6'10" point guard you would hear about. Then he came and played at LSU. And you seen it, and he was like, wow, this dude is really a 6'10" point guard. You really, can handle the ball. He's got the moves. He's a good defender, big and strong.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, this is the next LeBron. This guy's going to be great. And then he gets drafted, he gets in the NBA. And wasn't too shabby initially, and for a few years, he was a really good player. And then I don't know what happened.
All-star. He even became all-star, right?
Yeah.
Also.
Yeah. I don't know what happened, bro. I don't know what happened. He got scared to shoot, and something has happened to this guy. But yeah, this clip speaks volumes, bro.
About to expire. Nets able to track down the long rebound, and Simmons misses the bunny. KJ Martin fouled on the other end, and just gonna lay out here, see what the crowd does.
This might be the basket down this end.
Let's take one more look.
God.
So close.
We do have ice here, so maybe there was some moisture on the basket.
Hey guys, hold on. Hold on. You heard what the guy just said, right? Hey, yo guys, maybe it was the moisture on the ball. That's what he said. Did I hear correctly? You know what that reminded me of? When Air Jordan retired the first time and decided to go and play baseball. And he was in the middle field and he could not catch the ball. You know what he said on the camera? Well, you know how it is when the sun gets in your eye.
Bro. This man is oh yeah, he missed it. He missed the rim. It was all backboard, Chevy. But
He missed the backboard.
He hit the backboard. That's the only thing he did get, the backboard.
Oh, he did hit the backboard?
Yeah, I'm saying he missed the rim. First of all, he went up for the layup like a elementary school dude going up with two hands, one bounce and using the backboard. You're 6'9", 6'10", bro. Take a step and just freaking dunk it. I'm trying not to curse, because it made me mad. But I don't know what happened to this guy, bro. He's trash. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. It all goes back to that one playoff game in Philly where he made the pass when it could have been a dunk. And it seemed like it was an innocent mistake when I hear him talk about it. He didn't know his placement on the court. It's plausible. These things happen to ball players. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if you watch the play, you can look and you can see it.
No. We're not talking about this play. We're not talking about this play.
No. I know what you're talking about. I'm saying if you watch that play, you can look and see that he feels somebody coming. So he dumps the ball off. Yeah. You know who that person was, though?
Who?
Trae Young, bro.
Ice Trae. Yeah, he's a big defensive stopper.
You know what I'm saying? You're 6'9", and somebody's coming, and it's a 5'9" guy, so you pass the ball. Come on, bro. What's wrong with you?
Come on, man. You got to be kidding me.
He's Trae Young, bro.
You got to be kidding me.
No.
But that was it.
But yeah. And since then, man, he's been a bum.
Yeah.
He's been bumming it up.
Bum. There ain't nothing else to say about that. Nah, I have one more thing to say about that. You know what's crazy? when he was at LSU, and this might be blasphemous today, but just think about what he looked like at LSU. I thought he potentially could have been the next Grant Hill. Potentially. Yeah. When he was at LSU.
I mean, he had everything. He just couldn't shoot.
Both of them in college couldn't shoot to save their lives. Both of them.
Yeah.
So their games resembled the dribble drive game, the passing game, the playing defense thing. They resembled greatly as college ball players, Grant Hill and this kid. But of course, Grant Hill did in NBA was just way greater. I mean, anyway, we're not going to get into that. But, crazy. All right,
fellas. To end off the show, I got a little treat for us, man. I know it's a little impromptu, but we just got done with the top 10 point guards. But Hoops Hype Online, publication that's been around for a while. I don't know if people really consider it to be, official or not on basketball, but they give their sports writers and they give their spiel on it. They wrote and they made a column of the top 20 point guards in NBA history. So I figured, what would be a better way to end it off and to see where we compare with what these, sports journalists do for a living and whether we are on par with where they are with the top point guards to ever play the game. All right, modern era. So who they have for number one? Can y'all see that?
Yeah.
Of course.
Magic.
Of course. Why wouldn't they?
The Magic Man.
The man that played all 5 positions to win a championship. 42 points, 15 rebounds, 8 assists. Why not?
Yeah, man. So second one they had is...
Wow. Identical to my list so far.
Young Steph.
Wow. Wow. So this thing is skipping around. Give me a second. Let me just drag it. Because if not, it's not going to move all over the place.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Steph was 2, and who they have at 3. Moving it down just a bit. Oscar Robinson.
Okay, so you know what?
This is all time.
But
yeah.
That's all time. I want to put the disclaimer out there because we could have went that deep, but we made this decision to only do players that we actually saw play without YouTube, right? That we actually seen on TV. From the 80s through the 90s through the 2000s. So we just wanted to let the folks out there in basketball land know that we could have went this far deep into it, but we didn't because we had a concept. We wanted to talk about players that we saw play basketball, like actually seen, not YouTube, but seen on maybe NBC, maybe on CBS, and even ABC.
So this is who they had at
putting that out there.
Jerry West.
Yep, Jerry West. I can fight a case for him.
And this is who they have for 5.
My God, Isaiah Lord Thomas.
Is that a Jerry curl?
No doubt. Nah, he didn't have Jerry's.
That was a joke. That was a joke. That was a joke. My man needed a serious fade though, for sure.
Yeah, might be a little sheen on it. You know what I mean? But
those little stay soft fro.
Yeah. There ain't no
stay soft fro, little afro sheen on it, little VO5.
Afro sheen.
1 second, let me get to it. This thing is acting up. Pardon me, y'all. We show Steph. I got a baby scroll. One of these things about these MacBooks, man, they overheat and they start acting janky. Because you got mad stuff going. And they be like on one leg with it. All right, Chris Paul is 6.
Wow.
Is that fair?
I think Chevy gonna be happy to see that because guess what? He lands 6 on an all-times list. That says a lot. Because she had him at number 5, just on what we was doing with the 80s through the 2000s.
Yeah, that's true.
But they had him number 6 of all times. That says a lot. That's a lot of respect.
I guess this might be more based on stats, and then they have this cat at 7.
I mean, it's cool.
The one-handed
kind of high in my opinion, but that's cool.
14 assists a game.
19 playoff appearances.
Hey, give me Mark. I take Mark Price over him, yo. I'll take Mark Price.
We all have our personal favorites. I get it. I'll take Steph Marbury over him too, but you know what? I'm not going to honestly rank Steph over him because I like Steph better. You know? 14 assists a game. Steph didn't do that, so.
Yeah.
Number 8 is Nash.
Yeah.
Hold on. This thing got me jumping, man. Stop jumping. You know how it is when you know how it is when you do these things and they got stuff loading. And then it moves out of the spot.
They're cozy. I mean, we need to get out of here. They got Jason. Somebody needs to take these guys' certifications. They need to be checked out, bro. They got Jason Kidd too low. But anyway.
Yes, sir. So, Luck, you want to take us out for the night, man? I think this was a great episode of In the Bonus. Take us out, bro.
All right, absolutely. We want to, give thanks. Thank everybody for showing up once again. We want to see you all, come one, come all. Invite some more of your friends. All right, ladies, feel free to call in. All right, we want to hear your voice up here, but we do. But please, definitely call in sometime. All right, and Hoopland. Have a good Sunday night. We'll see you all again next week. Shout outs to 80 Park while we're still leaving.
We got one more comment.
Chevy says, dope show.
Yeah, tell your ladies to come through. Share the show. Tell them to come through. Let them know what time we come on every. Let them know what time to come on and where they can catch us.
You come on at 7 p.m. Sundays, Eastern Standard Time. You know what I mean? And you can catch us on Facebook Live. You could catch us on YouTube. You could catch us on IG. You could catch us on what is that? Mob Crush. You could catch us on. I don't know, man. I think Twitch. Yeah, you know what I mean. Almost every possible platform that you could imagine. You know what I mean. But yeah, check us out. Hit the link. Jump in. Join the conversation. Like, comment, subscribe. Share it with your grandmother. Everybody. You know what I mean. Yeah. And the bonus, man.
Peace.
Peace.
See y'all next week.
Peace.